All right, and finally, let's talk about the New York Giants here, because all seemed lost last week when the freaking Giants of all people beat the Colts, and Drew Lock had himself a freaking career day. What are you doing, you Nimrods? You lose for the number one pick. Well, the Giants got lucky, because the Giants, despite the Eagles sitting everybody, the Eagles are still better today. They got lucky there. Also, they got lucky because the Patriots beat the Bills, and the Bills had nothing to play for and laid down, and so the Pats won that game. Because of that, the Giants will pick third in the draft, and it could have been a lot worse, okay? Had the Giants won today, they could have slid all the way to 9 if things broke a certain way. Instead, they end up 3. For the New York Giants, and look at this job by the Marquette Marvel on the headline, one giant break. I mean, you just don't get better than that. That's just that's solid stuff. That's multiple oinks right there. For the Giants at number 3, it means they are guaranteed one of these 3 players: Travis Hunter, Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward. Honestly, if you're the Giants, you can use any one of those 3. If the top 2 picks are quarterbacks, then the best player in the draft falls to at number 3. Now, it means that you still don't have a QB, but it means you also got the best player in the draft, okay? Number 2, if Shedeur or Cam fall to you, then you know you got one of the top 2 quarterbacks in this draft. Now, I don't know what Mara's going to do with Brian Daboll. Frankly, if he wants to fire Daboll, he has every reason to do so. I don't think he has to, but I understand if he wants to. I think the Giants have been plagued by complete ridiculousness with awful hires after awful hires. And the question is, do we know if Daboll is an awful hire or not? He's better than Joe Judge. He's better than Ben McAdoo, and he's better than Pat Shurmur. But is he good? That's a low bar. I don't know. You also just don't want to keep churning through candidates. I would say this. Let's say the Giants end up with Cam Ward, okay? Let's just say. I think you fire Daboll right now, and you go out and you get yourself either a Ben Johnson or a Joe Brady. I think those are young, smart, bright offensive coordinators, okay? But you got to know you're going to get one of those guys, because let's say Vrabel's going to New England. You can't just be spinning the wheel on, maybe it's a retread like Pat Shurmur, or maybe it's a guy that's not really that highly rated like a Ben McAdoo, or maybe it's a complete, swing for the fences in Joe Judge who nobody else is going to hire. You can't do that. You've got to have one of the elite candidates ready to go. And if you don't, because nobody wants that job, you got to roll with Daboll, because I think he does deserve at least 1 year with a young quarterback that he's trying to develop, like he did in Buffalo with Josh Allen. But, my gosh, the Giants looked like they were going to completely blow it by winning last week and then maybe winning today when the Eagles laid down with the backups, and they escaped. They escaped. Let me tell you, by the hairs of their chinny chin chin, because not Daboll's head. It's all shaved up there.